that aren't here that will want to hear. But what happened this weekend, and why is it so important? Well, I've been with the company pretty much from the beginning. And again, like I was telling Jim just a little bit ago, your line, me, I am directed corporate. So it means that all of us in this downline are very close to the top. As a matter of fact, one of the things that Marcia was concerned about was we have little samples of the shampoo and conditioner, and they cost us $3 a piece. So they're not easy just to hand out. So we wanted to sell them at trade shows or in little packets or whatever, so that we at least got our money back. Well, it said on the label, not for resale. And I went to the owner, Yvonne, the CEO, and I said, why do we have that on there? And she goes, I don't know. I said, there's got to be some legal reason for it to be on there. And she goes, I don't know. Debbie, come over here, which is her right-hand person. She goes, I don't know. And they said, take it off there. So that's the directness that we have, not just through me, but through you guys. And so it's pretty impressive. And considering this company has been around for 20 years, not in the MLM part, but they've been selling their products to dermatology clinics and different things like that. But they've been around for a long time, and their products have been proven, and they're doing a really great job with all their other ventures. But this is kind of their thing right now. So anyway. Let me get down to what most of you are here for. They've expanded what they call the Founders Club. Now, the Founders Club basically means that if you reach a certain level in the company, and it's not easy to get to, but it's not hard to get to, that you will get a percentage every time you hit that level in a certain quarter. You will get a percentage of the total retail sales of this company as it grows. They are right now looking at over $100 million in sales within 4 years, annual sales. They will probably meet that and exceed that the way they're going. So it can be a lot of money. So here's the basics. Now, the company sent me an email, sent all of us an email, the people that are in Retro right now. If you didn't get that email, or you want that sent to you because you can't find it, let me know, because we'll send it to you, but it has it all detailed out. So what basically the program is if you become a consultant before the end of this month. And the reason they're doing that is there's a lot of consultants that have already been here trying to get this Founders Club reward. But if you are a consultant before the end of the month, then if you get to a certain rank, which is called senior director, within the next year, so this time next year, you will get 2%. You will get a portion of 2% of the total sales of the company. So you can sit down. I did this on the way home from Florida, but I went in and kind of did my calculations about, okay, $100 million, just even if that's because it's paid out in during each quarter, not each month. But let's just say, it's 100 million for a particular year, and break it up. It ends up being a lot of money. And even if there's 50 or 60 people in this pool, which there may not be, it's a lot of money that you are just going to get on top of everything else. And certainly if you're at the level where you're going to get the founders pool, you are going to be making some really good money anyway. So that's the first part. If you're in by the end of this month, and I don't like to do that to people, but that's the way it is. If you're in by the end of the month, what that means to be in is that you buy a launch pack from your sponsor, And that's as little as, I think, still it's $199, and that's all product. And $199, and then you're in as a consultant. There is another level for those people too that are in by that time. If you go to the next level up, and I think it's national director, it goes up to 4%. So anybody within that pool will split that 4%. If you come in after this, they're giving anybody that signs up from August 1st to the end of July next year, a chance to still be in the founders pool. So the only difference is they have to reach the same levels and things like that. And again, I know that's hard because it's like, what is senior director? I can talk to you about that and show you that. But it is 1%, and then if you get up to national director, it's 2% within that year. Now, why is that so important for us who may be already in or are going to get in by the end of the month? Because that is a huge tool to use in recruiting people, especially people who are knowledgeable in network marketing or multi-level marketing or whatever you want to call it. If they are a big shot in another company and are kind of floundering right now because of whatever, they know what a founder's pool is. And so, and if they don't know it, then maybe they don't get it, but use it as a tool to help them understand. So, there's a few nuances, but that's the major announcement just with people that want to really go big here. Let's see, I'm going to mute that guy. Any questions? I know it's just kind of throwing it out there, but it's a reason to stand up and go, this is possible. The people that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars in network marketing are the people who are founders. It's not that they develop huge teams, yet they had to probably, but it's not that. It's that they have this founders pool that's sitting over here that's just generating income for them. So I know it's a little bit like vague, but I wanted people to know about that. So any questions that might come up? I mean, I might not be able to answer every one of them, or any of them, depending. Anybody have a question? Okay. So if you're interested in more about that, let me know. I can get on a Zoom or on a regular phone call and talk to you more in depth on it. But like I said, it's a huge thing in this company, and I can't believe they opened it up because they're right at that point where all these products are coming out and people are starting to go. Well, one of the big things that most of you may know is that we the last 2 years we've won an international award every year for certain products in our product line. A huge thing in Dubai. It's international. Revlon. All these huge companies compete for these prizes and these awards, and we've won the last 2 years 2 different categories. So they're standing up and being noticed, and there's going to be a lot of people that know who we are. So because we are the only network marketing company that has these kind of technical tools in conjunction with wonderful other products. We are the only ones, and so there's no competition. I mean, there's a few masks and there's a few helmets on the market. I don't know if anybody saw it, but there's a blue mask for acne that just recently, Good Morning America had a big story about that them having problems with it, and it was because of bad manufacturing, and they were selling them for like $200 or something like that, and people were having eye issues and everything. So, we take note of that because we do all our things that are supposed to be done. So, but anyway, you can't cut corners in this kind of stuff. Laser technology and LED you can't cut corners. So any questions? If not, then I'm going to go on to some of the other stuff that that I learned. And if anybody wants to hop off, they can. But basically, the whole idea is that the Founders Club is reopened, and there's some immediacy if you want to get in with the idea of getting the 2 or 4%. Okay. Last call. All right. Well, one of the first things, as I alluded to before, the Retro Escapade this year down in Sanibel Island announced their new spa series of treatments, which are going to be organic, different types of things that go on your body. So they had 2 things. They haven't even gone to market. They gave us samples of them right out of the lab. They're hand and foot foot cream. They call it just hand cream, but I think it's supposed to be for foot cream too, to help just soften the skin, make the skin more healthy and whatnot. As Yvonne says, if you want to look at somebody and you want to really know their age, look at the back of their hands. Don't look at their face, because there's a lot of people that are doing stuff with their face, but not with their hands. I use the vitamin C on the back of my hands after I use it on my face all the time, and I don't know, 60-year-old hands don't look too bad. So they have a body cream and a hand and foot cream. There's been some changes in the comp plan to make it easier to hit different ranks. The 2 new people that are on the top really have some good ideas. One of the things that some of you might know, in our hair product line, we've had an incentive of the gloss, which is a kind of a hair styling gel, kind of a little bit. Of course, I don't need it very much, but it's really been helpful for my wife when she, between showers and her hair gets kind of wigged out, she just puts it in, and there's a lot of people that have really loved that. And so it's been just a temporary product. They have added that to the permanent products that's in our line. And it's going to be included in the hair pack, which is the initial pack that people buy to become. So that was kind of cool. There's a number of products that were $99.99, and you needed 100 to get the free products and different things like that. They've eliminated that. They looked at it and said, well, why are we making them do another product? You know, they should get this for 1 penny. They should get this. New samples, new sample containers, different things like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to go into all of it. If you're really interested, you know what I might do is I might just do Zoom and record it so that everybody sees exactly what was going on. But the big deal is that there's no reason not to make good money if you put the time and effort into it. I mean, this is something it can be a job, meaning that if you want part income, that's fine. You put part time in. But if you want to really make some money, you gotta do some stuff with it. We have Dr. Jim here from Superior, Wisconsin. He has a chiropractic clinic up there, and chiropractic clinics, hair salons, med spas, they are all looking for ways to increase productivity in some way. And if you can offer them, like for instance, for us, what we're trying to do in our office is have people try the mask, try the hair. We even put it on them in the waiting room, so when people come in, they are like, what's going on over here? That they got that Halloween mask on over here, what's going on? And then our front desk talks a little bit about it, and they're like, well, I'd like to try that too. So and a lot of our groups I talk to down there are really working into that area, selling a lot of helmets at hair places because people want to keep their hair, and they're seeing what's happening with how they're their clients are growing more hair, healthier hair, and stuff like that. I guarantee you, and I'm talking most about hair because that's my deal, but if anybody tries the shampoo and conditioner, they're hooked, because it's a huge change in how healthy their hair is. And again, a lot of people might say, well, this is just all, fun, cosmetic stuff. It's not really. It's about how people feel about themselves. It's how they act, and even just like, for instance, for me, I did some pictures because people started asking me about them. But I did some before pictures about a month and a half ago, and then now. One of the biggest things that I've seen in my head, I mean, you can't see it with this lighting, but there's a lot of hair up here that's growing that I've never had. But the biggest thing for me was I was getting like sunspots. I play a lot of golf. I try to keep a cap on, but every once in a while I'm out in the sun without it. I was getting a lot of sunspots, and those are almost completely gone. And so, that's a health thing to me, not just a look thing, but a health thing too. So the vitamin C and the laser helmet are all help with the antioxidant kind of a situation and stuff like that. So, okay. So for sure, this Sunday, we'll have another meeting, or Zoom call meeting with the same meeting ID number at 8 o'clock Central, so 9 o'clock Eastern, if you want to attend. I'd love to see more of you here. I'd love to see more of you involved and whatnot. So we're kind of getting towards our end of our time. Like I said, I want to keep it under 20 minutes. Is there any questions that I can field right now? Just unmute yourself, and I can take a question or two. If not, some people don't like to do it in this venue. Just call me or just text me. Hey, this is Delore. I need to talk to you for a few minutes. That's the easiest way. Don't call me straight up. I don't know your number probably. And like everybody else, I will ignore it. Okay? Anybody else? I just want, the final thing is, I want to grow this team. I want this team to be superstars, and I want to have some fun. And you go down to Fort Myers and have fun. It's hard to come away. Yeah, Leslie.
My question is, okay, so it almost sounded like a good idea would be to hit up spas, styling places. Is that what you're saying? Is that
one of the places that people
start?
That's one of the places that people are having success. And
okay.
I'm not saying that's gold mine. I'm not saying that that's a shoe in. But I'm saying that if you bring in now, I forgot one of the other things that they came up with. Retro has produced a book that's also in digital format that has everything in it. So, like for instance, let's say it's the Regen helmet, the laser helmet. It has about 4 or 5 pages that gives the basics. This is what it does. This is why it's safe. This is how it became FDA cleared, all that kind of stuff. Then it'll have pictures of, before and afters, and then all the clinical stuff. So you got stuff because everybody's not the same. Probably Jim and I are really into the science of it. I am anyway. I want to make sure it's scientifically whatever. That's in there. But some people glaze over if you start talking to them about that kind of stuff. They just want to know that it works and it's worth people's money. So that will be in like a book format, but also be in a PDF format where you can pull them down and send them to people. And it'll be in a digital format where you can, well, I guess that's the same, I guess. But you can get it to them easy, and you can break it apart. You can go, all right, I just want to send the helmet stuff to this person. You don't have to send them the whole 78 pages or whatever. So what I'm saying is that's going to make that a lot easier, because you're going to be able to walk in, open up a book and say, this is what I'm doing. This is how it's worked other places. And again, those are things that if I'm close enough, I would love to help you out with those kind of things. If you're up in Superior or down in Florida or Dolores, it's going to be a Zoom call. I think Zoom calls are better than three-way phone calls, but sometimes that's hard. It's hard to get on and stuff like that. But I'm just saying that's a good start. There's plenty of those places out there. Now you're going to have more luck with people who non-chain stuff. You're not going to go into a Fantastic Sam's and get anybody that can make any decisions. But you might be able to go into, another one that is owned by, a local person. So, yeah. But I'd love to, do a lot of, just figuring out what might work for you, and brainstorming kind of thing. So.
This book that you have out, is that free or do they charge or where is it?
Yeah, it's not out yet. I'm sure it'll cost something, but I can't imagine it being, prohibitive. They're going to give us, the people that were there, 5 of them, for being at the Escapade. That's one of the cool things about going to these national conferences. They say, well, since you're here, so I will get one. I don't know when. They were going to make a couple of changes. One of the things that wasn't in the book was gloss, and they wanted to include that. And then it will also have, they have pages on what the certifications are, what awards that we've won, a glossary of terms, all that kind of stuff. So it's all encompassing. And it's a tool that I need because I don't want to sit and talk to somebody for half an hour and then have you go sit and talk to somebody else for a half an hour and say similar but different things. We're just handed it. What about that hair thing? Here, I'll call you tomorrow and we can talk about it.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you about too, because I missed that part of it about getting the book. They're going to send them out to us later then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know, who knows? This company is so generous. Sometimes they just say, "Hey, it's a cool thing. We're going to send it to everybody."
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would be more than $10. It's not going to be $50 or something. If not, I'll give you one of my own, Leslie.
All right.
Well, I would hope that they would get it down to a point where, I only think that about 10% of my people, I'll sit and use the book. The other 90%, I'll be talking to Jim across the U.S. and say, here, I want you to take a look at this. Now, in a lot of other companies, it's videos, which is I like. I'll send you a video. But the problem with videos is you have to sit there and watch it, and you can only be captured maybe for 5 minutes. With this, it's got all the information. They can sit there during a boring TV show or a meeting or something and kind of flip through it and not have to worry about it. Now. Certain people are different. They have different, their auditory, visual, whatever. But it'll be a good start for us. So I'm super excited, and I really want people on my team that are excited about doing some stuff, because we need to catch this wave because it's going to be gone soon. And like Dr. Jim up here is a chiropractor, like I said, up in Superior, and we're developing something that we can take into these places and say, hey, turnkey, here's how it goes. If you like it, fine. If you don't, that's okay. I don't care. If it doesn't, resonate with you, that's okay. I don't care. I just want to make sure you knew about it, that kind of thing.
I have another question.
Yeah.
I apologize for being late. My computer decided it wouldn't work even after I tried to really prepare.
Yeah, you were here like 20 minutes before and then you can.
I didn't want to be late.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay.
But my question is, so did they come out with any more patents when you were down there? Did they introduce anything new?
Well, like I said, the body line, that's what the big deal is.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yep, the body line stuff. And I think, they have tons of stuff. They have cosmetics that they're running through their other businesses, and that's high end, like, and that'll eventually come over. I mean, honestly, I think they eventually their whole product line will move over to being just retro. But they're selling. They usually don't take people from retro into their back areas where they're developing their other stuff for their sales to other companies. But because I'm direct to corporate, they took me back there, and I'll tell you what, they have natural eyeliners. They have, I mean, all that cosmetic stuff that they haven't introduced to us, and they won't. And because of just this, they don't want to throw everything here. They want us to build and build on these products, and then start, every time we have a little thing, they're going to introduce something. That's kind of the way it's been. I don't know what devices are left, but I know that one of the things they're talking about is a blue light therapy, which has been known to help with acne, and a couple other things that I know that they already have, that they haven't finished up the FDA cleared process yet, because that costs a crap load of money. And there's a lot of things that go into it. So, and they're not going to release anything unless it's FDA cleared. So, unless they have studies that say it works, they're not going to release it. So, anyway, all right.
Mention that they sent out a text informing us that after midnight tonight, the registration price goes up for next year.
Yeah. Yeah, they so that's a ways away. I mean, it's in August of next year, but they do have a special of $99 for the next annual convention, which honestly, and again, I don't only have a couple minutes here, but honestly, the food is worth that much. I mean, at Escapade, before we had surf and turf for our big, I mean, we had breakfast at lunch, but for dinner we had surf and turf. This time we had a chicken with crab meat on the top of it, and it was just crazy.
Chicken Oscar.
Oh, that's what it's called. I never knew what that was.
Yeah.
I usually don't like fish, and it was really good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump off.
So I was just going to ask you, Dave, if it's possible to move it earlier on Sundays, because meeting on Eastern, that's late. It's pretty late for me to get started.
Come on. You're
Come on. I'm a really girl.
All right, we'll take it into consideration. I just want people to have their day done. I mean, we might consider another night of the week too. Please, if that's not a good day for you, let me know. And hopefully everybody has my phone number, just if you want to write it down. If you don't have it, most of you do. 612-242-0210. 612-242-0210. Just text me and say who you are, because if I don't know you, then I'm like, who's this? But then, let me know you want to talk, or if you have any ideas about times that we would meet, or anything. I'm willing to meet with people almost anytime. Mornings are good for me. Yes.
I just want to say that I ordered some of the Shine shampoo, and my hair has been up in a ponytail most of the time, but I can tell the texture is getting better. Now, it's only been down for about 20 minutes today, but otherwise it's usually in a ponytail. But I love the texture. It's getting better. I really like the shampoo.
Next thing you need to order is the Revive, the oil, the Botanical.
I have the Revive. I haven't started it yet, but I've been working like nonstop, but I'm gonna use it soon. And I also gave one to a friend too I gave one to a friend, so I asked her to try it. And I gave her some samples of some, not the Shine, but the Rise. Yeah, the little sample thing. So anyway, I like this. It's good. And maybe now things can slow down and I can maybe do something. And thank you for the direction. I could maybe hit up a couple of hairstyling private salons maybe this week. I can commit to.
Yeah.
Stop in at 2 of those.
Well, let's talk about it. Give me a call, and we'll get going on it, all right? All right, remember, you guys, you take it easy, and any questions, let me know, okay? Thanks, Jim.
Okay.